Okay, so I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, and I kind of held off on it, and I had like this vision of how I wanted this video to go, like a storytelling mode, and make it perfect, essentially, like cinematic. But I was like, I've been really busy. That's just how it is when you're doing content on the side, as a hobby, as a passion project. You just have life that's busy, and you only have a sliver of time to finish what you're able to finish. And so I figured, hey, it's the end of the year. Let's make that 100K video, and let's also talk about the 25 things I learned along the way. So I hope that at least the meat of the content will be valuable to you while watching this video. I've been at this for 6 years, and I wanted to share with you what I've learned along the way of my YouTube journey so far. If I could do this in like a single shot without messing up, then I really don't have to edit this video afterwards. So let's start with lesson number 1 that I learned. It's a reality check, and it's that everything that you see online, everything that I see online, may only reflect 1% of someone's life. Like, for example, I have an entire life outside of YouTube, and that's great. Like, a lot of people will watch YouTube and be like, man, that's like everything you do, but it's not. For example, we spend our lives with our families, going to exercise, doing our hobbies, but just because we don't broadcast those things online does not mean it's part of our life, right? So 1% of everything that you see online, actually, let me correct that. See, now I'm gonna have to edit this. I probably won't though. Okay, I messed up, so I'll edit this. But essentially, lesson number 1 is what you see online may only reflect 1% of someone's life. Okay, number 2, this actually was for growth in YouTube, but also growth in business. It's kind of business 101. I'm in the realm of user experience by trade, and what we do as scientists in computer science is that we're solving for problems, we're analyzing problems, we're validating and verifying problems, and I've learned to apply that same strategy to YouTube, and when I started to do that, my channel actually started to grow, and it's to solve for the problem. Always focus on solving a need or a problem through your content, and when I started to do that, I realized, oh yeah, YouTube is a search engine, the internet is a search engine. We're always searching for something to answer our questions. Lesson number 3, YouTube's a lonely journey. This path can feel so isolating, but it's your journey, so embrace it. It's just yours. It's not anybody else's journey, and there's gonna be rocky times. You're gonna ride these waves along the way, and it's gonna be different, but this is your journey, not anybody else's. So don't compare yourself to others, and also see if you can help others along the way so that they don't compare themselves to you, because everyone's on their own journey. Lesson number 4, evaluate the effort. So I always say this, people that know me know that I say this all the time, is the juice worth the squeeze? So I use this when I'm talking about diving into new projects, about editing, about filming even. Can I evaluate how much reach this is gonna get me, how much value it is, or with the brands I'm working with, will this reach as much as the effort I'm putting into it? Because if not, we're on this hamster wheel and we're grinding at this thing and we're constantly working on projects after project after project. So it's like, if you've ever been backlogged, you know how this feels. There's a weight of stress on you. So sometimes you just got to get that MVP out there and evaluate the effort. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Number 5, balance your content. I heard Sarah Dici say this. I've heard other people say this as well. And it is, make one for you, one for them. So sometimes we do have to make the content to pay the bills, to do those brand deals. And yeah, we may love the products and stuff, but sometimes if we have this overload of projects and we get backlogged, that passion's gone, right? The passion disappears. So I would highly recommend keeping it as your passion still. Do one video for them, for your business, for your audience, and do one video for you. Pour your heart into a story. That's what I'm trying to do more of, is I want to make a shift to telling more stories. You might have seen some this past year, my New York trip, also my running journey as where it's gotten me so far. So one for you, one for them. And that'll kind of help you find your purpose and balance your value in life. Is like, this was a passion project that I built. The story ones are my favorite ones because I put a lot of work in those, and where I want to tell a story that's meaningful, that's evergreen content, that, for example, a year from now or 10 years from now, the iPhone 16 Pro video that I made is not going to be relevant. But if I do a story that's touching, that's part of me, that's honest and authentic to me, I can watch that over and over again. And other people can watch that over and over again as well and still connect with that. Lesson number 6, sorry, this is a long video, so sit down, put it on your TV or something. It's a long video. Or bookmark this, come back to it. Community matters. Build and nurture connections with like-minded creators. I've been very fortunate to meet my heroes in the game. Like I said before, this is a very isolated activity, an isolated hobby. And when you're around like-minded individuals that are doing the things like this, that it's very vulnerable, man, there's just that fire that burns. So that's why I love community events, getting involved in the community, build with others and connect with others and bring value to others. And don't be a douche. Sorry, I had to say it. Number 7 is nothing new. Be unique, be authentic, be you. You don't have to be the best, but just bring your authentic voice and value. I learned this very early on. If you watch anybody's early videos on YouTube, I feel like our first videos are kind of like being like an amplified version of ourselves. But after doing it for so long, you get more comfortable and you become a voice that you know that you are, and you start to morph into that version of yourself, but also you don't know unless you try it. Number 8, marketing is key. Great content means nothing if no one sees it. So learn to market your own work. What I've done is I've actually started to work it into my brand deals, and the brands that I work with is like, if we work together, part of the deal is not just an agreement of, affiliation or compensation, but also I'm going to market it on my channels and you're going to market on your channels as well. So promote it through your channels, promote it through mine, and we'll meet in the middle and we'll make this great product be seen together. Because if you think about it, if you have a great product or you build this great store, like physical brick and mortar store, but nobody comes into it, what's the point? You don't have any customers, you have no business there. So, or if you work on a film for so long and yeah, it's powerful for you, but you want others to see it and get that validation. But if you want people to see it, I wouldn't rely on just the algorithm to get you there. You got to work hard to get yourself out there, work on other social platforms to point them to your YouTube channel. Number 9, learn from others. Study the creators that you admire, but develop your own unique style. One of the coolest podcasts that I've seen this year was when Brandon Lee was on Jordan Taylor Wright, Taylor Cut Films, his podcast. And I love what Brandon Lee said. He said, don't copy one, copy two. Either Jordan or Brandon said that, I'm not sure who said it, but I love that advice, because obviously if you copy one person and their style and everything, well, it's pretty obvious. But if you copy 2 or more, it's not copying, it's more drawing inspiration from. But if you are copying, either way, but it starts to become your own version of that, right? I mean, isn't that essentially everything that we do in life, is we're taking bits and pieces here and there of what we've found and creating something new that's ours? So copy 2. Okay, number 10 is like huge, and this isn't just for new creators, this is for all creators in the game. Authenticity. Be real. Your on-camera self should align with who you truly are. I want to give a big shout out here to a great creator out there that I truly admire and I look up to, really just as a friend, David Manning. He is legit like one of the nicest people on the planet. He's the same that you see on camera that you see in person. And he's just a genuine nice guy. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are nice people, that are genuine. But as I mentioned before, I have been able to meet other creators in the game, people that I've looked up to for a long time. And some of these creators, honestly, they're not great people, in my opinion. They're kind of rude. They're really, I don't know what it is. People like to look down on me or something, but I just feel like there's this like negative attitude towards me, and maybe it's something I did or didn't do, but I'm trying to be the most authentic person that I know. And I know that everyone I've crossed paths with in life, I express gratitude and kindness and just Christ-like attributes and just love people. And when I meet these creators, some of them are just not nice. And I get it. People have off days, people have bad days, but like I've met the same people on multiple occasions and they're still kind of a jerk to me. And maybe they're not to my face, like rude, but they kind of like do this like, kind of stuck up nose thing, like, nah, I'm better than you kind of thing. Like I feel that. Now, whether that's an intention or not, I don't know. But anyway, this was a long one. Number 10, just be authentic. If that's who you are on screen, be that person in real life. If that's who you are in real life, be that same person on screen. And it takes practice to do that. Or as, David Manning says, just be a good human. Okay, number 11, story over tech. Gear matters less because the power is in the storytelling. Also, like another tip to this is that your cameras do not matter. I mean, granted, I love good camera quality. I'm shooting on Sony cameras often because I love the look and the feel of that. But honestly, if we were to, lose light right now and the camera shut off, you would still have good audio and you'd still follow along with me. So story over tech, gear matters less than storytelling, and also audio is king. So have good audio. Okay, number 12. learned this from my man, Teppo Hapoya. Teppo, thank you so much for helping me grow. I took his creator autonomy workshop with him, and as a mentor, he taught me how to batch create content. He taught me how to position myself with brands and how to just be a better content creator. So I owe a lot to him in teaching me his skills and his strategies that he's developed as he's reverse engineered his process to grow. And so this one goes out to him. Number 12 is a two-story approach. Blend the main narrative with the personal or emotional connections. And so you have your A story and your B story. For example, if I'm doing a review of, let's say an Insta360 product, that is my A story. Well, going to the grocery store and shopping and washing my car, that's the B story. Intertwine those things together, and it makes it a little bit more entertaining to have that A story and a B story. Number 13 is just what I like to live by: gratitude. Appreciate your early supporters, even the critics. They help shape your journey. I started to learn the hard way that if I read every comment, it'll destroy me. But then I started to respond to everybody. I say, thank you for your feedback. Thank you for watching the video, because there's a lot of keyboard warriors out there, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, they're also being critical for you to help you improve. So be grateful for that. Be grateful for the growth. Heck, be grateful that they watched your video and commented on your video, because that helps with the algorithm. Number 14, I feel really old. I'm kind of an old man now. I know I don't look like it. Asian don't raisin. You know what I'm talking about. Self-care. Take care of your mental and your physical health, because burnout is not worth it. Start working out. Start exercising. Your brain will work better. You'll be able to make better content and be more inspired. Number 15, networking events. Focus on building relationships, not just creating content. So when I went to CES last year and NAB last year, my first time at these events, I was like going in really hard with, I'm going to make so much content. So many people are going to watch it. I worked like through the nights, and that's all I did was like film, edit, so I could get it out and strike while it was hot. But what I learned was nobody watched it. Those videos flopped. Those videos did not do great at all. Even like in the long run, they did not do great at all. But what I learned is that the brands that I got to network with and get to know these people and share our stories with each other, these are brands that I've gotten to work with in this past year, and that like transformed this whole journey for me. Is more networking. And I've done networking before with these brands, but not to this level. So network with brands, go to networking events, be part of the community. Number 16, when I was at Adobe Max a couple of years ago, Questlove from The Roots was on stage, and he was talking in the keynote, and he said, if you find yourself working on a passion project and you go to bed at 3:59 a.m. for it, knowing that you have to wake up at 4 a.m. for it, that's your calling in life. And I've always been passionate about creating content, using the camera to tell a story, whether I was in front of the camera or not. But number 16 is love what you do. If it's not a passion, it's not sustainable. You'll burn out of this. If you don't want to make this, then you're going to burn out. So keep that passion project alive. Number 17 is the North Star. Stick to your strategy. Stay focused on your niche and grow with your strategy. I've made this mistake several times, and I continue to make this mistake several times. I'm starting to discover more and more what my niche is, and I'm starting to tighten that. And my North Star for 2024 was growth. Is I wanted to grow my YouTube channel. So do these projects and these projects and these projects align with growth? If they do, then I'm going to do those projects. If they don't, I don't have time for it. Your channel and your content and your brand cannot be everything all at once. But you can be you. Just sprinkle a little bit of yourself in there. But your content, does it align with your strategy? Number 18, I saw this quote recently, and I think I saw it years ago as well, but don't go chasing butterflies. Plant a garden and nourish that garden, and the butterflies will come to you, because you'll never catch a butterfly. So number 18 is be magnetic. Create great content that attracts opportunities rather than chasing them. There's really nothing else to say about that one. That's a pretty good one. Number 19, be ready for virality. Prepare for success, even if it seems far off. So another growth strategy that I learned this year is that your library of content is more important than getting hit after hit after hit after hit of video. If you have 10 videos in a row that flop, your 11th one might take you off, because what happens is, because people will watch that piece of content that pulled them in, and they'll say, hey, what other content do they have? And they go to your channel or your Instagram or anything, and they see your platform. They're like, wow, there's plenty of other stuff here. I want to explore some more. They like that. They're attracted to that. They hit subscribe, they hit follow, and now they're joining you in your community, watching your journey. So be ready for virality. I can't remember where I heard this. I think it was on Colin and Samir. So I want to like give credit to anybody where I've learned all this stuff from, but I think this was from Colin and Samir. But your YouTube channel is like a show. So you are the show. Your channel is a show, and you are the character that viewers connect with. So if you start to think of yourself as you are the character in this show, in this little box that you're looking at right now, you start to think of your strategy differently. Like there's a different version of me. I know I said be the same authentic version of yourself on screen and off screen, but like there is a different version of me that's on camera as there is in my personal life, because I just talk differently. I'm not going to talk tech with my kids, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to talk over their heads of like the content that they don't understand yet. So that's the thing, is get into character, create that brand, create this world, because this little corner of the internet that everyone's coming to visit you at, it's your show. Now, talking about MVP, most viable product, number 21 is consistency wins. Regular uploads build trust and engagement with your audience. So I would say upload regularly, upload consistently, and if you feel like your content, at least the meat of it is there, publish it. Don't polish it off to 100%, do 80%, 90%, 75%, good, go, publish it, because you have because you have to keep running on that hamster wheel, you know what I mean? Number 22, we're almost there. Thanks for sticking around, by the way. Number 22 is bet on yourself. Invest in your skills and your tools to grow as a creator or anywhere in your industry. Invest in yourself. If that means paying for something for yourself to get in there, do it. If it means buying products that you love to review, do it. Invest in yourself, invest in your time. This also goes back to taking care of yourself. Exercise, invest in yourself, help your brain work, get some sleep, be kind to everyone around you, be a better version of yourself. Number 23, this one hits deep because there's so many people that I know 6 years ago that started when I started making my own content. And number 23 is start now. Time will pass regardless. Begin your journey today. And as I mentioned, like there were people that I was trying to get to start making content with me then that were interested, or people that have made content with me but didn't stick with it long enough to see it through. And I'm not like calling people out here, but I'm just like, look, 6 years have passed. If I haven't started this channel and started making content, I wouldn't have the other skills outside of this channel to have in my career and my life today if I didn't do this on the side to help myself grow in all aspects of building a YouTube channel and creating content. And I look at people from 6 years ago and I'm like, they are still in the same spot, but they want to be where I'm at now, or they want to be past that. Not that I'm in a great place or I'm bragging or anything, but I'm just saying that like time will pass. I also do this when I go running, is I never want to go running, but I say, hey, 30 minutes is going to pass. Either way, how do I want to spend it? Do I just want to sit there, or I can face the run, and afterwards I always feel great. I never regret going running. So anyway, start now. Please just start filming something. Don't wait for anything perfect to come together for you. Just make something. Okay, we're almost to the end. We got 2 more. 24, that ikigai, find your purpose in life. Your purpose guides you. Find your North Star and let it steer your decisions. Not just your decisions and how to grow your channel, but your decisions and your purpose in life to grow as a person. I'm starting to uncover the layers of the onion and see what my purpose is here on the screen as I'm talking to you. But kind of identify what your purpose is in life and what your purpose is here. Be intentional about what you're making and what you're doing. And number 25, there's value in collaboration. Be strategic with partnerships. Balance your free work with your long-term goals. So you're going to hear creators out there that say, don't work for free, and don't. You shouldn't. Nobody should work for free. As a matter of fact, if you work for free, that hurts us as other creators in the industry. And, we don't have a union. Should we form a union? We should probably start putting a union together for content creators if there isn't one already. But anyway, value your collaborations. And as you're strategic in your partnerships, now, I said don't work for free. Monetary compensation isn't the only value that a brand can bring you. If I'm doing a project for free, but they're sending me a free product, they're technically paying me in terms of product, but also my association with that brand will give me credibility. And that is a value in itself. It may not be monetary compensation, but the value of my association from a trusted brand working with me, and I could tell future brands that I worked with this brand, and this is the success that we had together, there is value there. So value your partnerships, value the brands that you work with, and just love each other. So my friends, that is the end of 2024. Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something from this video. And if you did, please hit that subscribe button. But also, I genuinely hope for you to have a great 2025. Make those creator goals for yourself. Work hard to achieve them. It's not perfect. You're not perfect. Evolve as you go. You might have to adjust your plans here and there to make things work. But you know, I love creating content. I'm very fortunate to be able to learn skills to do many different things, but I think at the heart and soul of it, I've always had the camera and I've always wanted to make something and tell stories. And that's just part of the purpose that I have. You just got to find what your purpose is. It might be the same, it might be different, but I want to leave you with one of my favorite movie quotes from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Be excellent to each other. And that's it. I'll see you in the new year. Thanks.